So UFC 330 just wrapped up, and what a card it was! What a card it was! It was actually not bad. Um, Originally when they showed us this card, I thought it was absolutely slop, and I still kind of think it is slop. This is not a UFC 330 numbered event type card. You know, this should have had like way more better matchups. We should have had like top 10, at least four top 10 fights, but we didn't. We got a bunch of unranked guys. But other than that, it actually kind of delivered. I ain't gonna lie. Other than the co-main and main event, those kind of were stinkers. But you know, at least the main event, you know, there was a little bit of anxiety there. But other than that, there was a lot of good upsets, a lot of unks winning. Um, the caveman kind of failed, and you know that's where I'm going to start. Jeremiah Wells versus Mektuk or like. By the way, I'm gonna try to go real quick, and you know I might pull some shit out of the ass. I don't really remember that fight, too. I'm really bad at remembering, but Jeremiah Wells gets it done over Orably. Basically, this is an Orably, you know, like in all of his fights, take down Wells, take down his opponent, try to get to the submission, or you know try to get some ground and pound and whatnot. The caveman special. Jeremiah Wells was able to submit Orably with the ninja choke, I think. Orably, again, goes for the takedowns. He was even trying to strike with Jeremiah Wells, which I think was a really bad idea because every time Wells landed on Orably, you could see like it kind of phased him. Um, Orably did, but yeah, dude, I don't know why he decided to strike a bit with Wells, dude. Wells is dangerous on the feet. He's got powerful hands, and yeah, dude, it ultimately kind of sealed his fate because by the end of the third round, or I think was it the end of the third round? Well, by the third round, Orably was shooting after he got hurt by a right by Jeremiah Wells. He went in for a takedown, and Wells went for the ninja choke. Basically put his face in the mat, and yeah, finished him off. What a underdog win, dude. I think this is the best. I think, or not the best, but I think this is the underdog of the year, if that's an award, right? I think that's an award, but I think this is underdog win of the year by Jeremiah Wells. He's 39 years old, basically a decade older than Orably, even though Orably is like fucking what 4,000 years old. He just got defrosted, but dude, this was sick. This was a sick win by Wells. No one thought he was gonna win. Everyone thought Orably was just gonna be able to do his old 30, 20, 27 type victory. And you know, he was almost about to do that, right? He was almost about to do that, but he just kind of messed up. Got his left his neck hanging, and yeah, he got took by Jeremiah Wells. Next fight, Neil Magny versus Ramiz Brahimaj. Dude, it was not looking good for Magny in the first round, dude. Brahimaj was able to take him down and kind of keep him there for a good amount of time. Of course, I think Neil Magny landed a bit more than him, but Brahimaj was able to just keep Magny on the ground for a good amount of time, I think. And yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure he almost got a submission attempt. Was that? Oh no, no, it seems like Neil Magny got. Hold on. I feel like he was threatening at least the submission attempt, but Magny withers the storm, the early storm of Ramiz Brahimaj's takedowns, and was able to pummel him, dude, on the ground, dude. It was kind of sick to see Neil Magny still have it. I thought it was gonna be over for him, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Magny was able to see that Brahimaj was fading. He was landing some good shots. Magny was able to get behind him and crank his right hand all over Brahimaj. Brahimaj was taking a knee, and then he ultimately ended up shelling up and was taking ground and pound, dude. Brahimaj wasn't able to defend himself, and that's all she wrote. Neil Magny gets it done. Pretty proud of Unk, man. Pretty proud of Unk. Another Unk win for in the books, and yeah, dude, good win for Neil Magny. I knew he was gonna win. I picked him, and you're welcome. Rafael Tobias versus Lucas Fernando. What more to say than the absolute masterclass by Lucas Fernando? I picked Tobias because I thought he was going to be able to take him down. He was not able to. It was a night and day difference in terms of striking. Lucas Fernando was, sick on the feet, dude. He was landing whatever he wanted, sick, spinning shit. He was landing some good kicks to the body, and I think ultimately it was a knee that ended up hurting Rafael Tobias. Put him on one knee, and basically that was it. Hit him in the liver, and Lucas Fernandez ended it by I think ground and pound TKO in the what was it, third round, right? Yeah, it was in third round. It was over for Tobias. And damn, excuse me. But yeah, dude, Lucas Fernando's sick, dude. He's sick on the feet. Pretty sure he's a middleweight and came up to light heavyweight. But yeah, dude, masterclass by Fernando. Tobias really didn't have anything for him, and sucks for Tobias. He's only 23, and he's already taking these ass whoopings. But who knows, man? I don't think he's UFC level. But yeah, dude, good for Fernando, dude. His UFC debut, I think former LFA champion, and yeah, dude, pretty good win for Lucas Fernando. Next up, we got Vicente Luque versus Tresean Gore. Dude, this was actually a fucking war. I ain't gonna lie. Vicente Luque looked like he was better on the feet. He was landing more strikes, but you could tell that his Tresean Gore's were just way more powerful. Every time Tresean Gore landed on Vicente Luque, you could tell that Luque was feeling it. I think Luque was wearing it more on the face too. The first round, as you can see, it was pretty even. Luque 26 strikes. Tresean Gore 24. No takedowns landed. I think Vicente Luque threatened the submission. And then you can see signature strikes. It was more on the side of Luque. Second round, more on the Tresean Gore side. Tresean Gore was landing some good shots on the feet. I think he even hurt Vicente Luque in this round. And I think it was I don't remember if it was second round or third round. But one of these rounds where Vicente Luque was able to get Tresean Gore down, and then he was able to do his anaconda. Classic Luque. And I thought he almost got it, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really a submission expert, and it turns out he didn't really have it, so he just kind of gassed out his arms, and Tresean Gore was able to get out of there and basically hurt Vicente Luque. Round 3, it was kind of more on the Tresean Gore on the feet. He was landing just more powerful strikes. Vicente Luque, didn't do too bad, but you could tell he was kind of on the ropes, and Tresean Gore was able to I think by the end of the third round, Vicente Luque landed a flying knee to Tresean Gore, which knocked out his tooth, which is crazy. The fucking referee had the dude's tooth literally in his. You could see the whole fucking thing. It was one of the molars, I think. But that kind of sucks for Tresean Gore. That was literally the last seconds, and he lost his teeth. But yeah, dude, good one for Tresean Gore. Decision unanimous. I thought the first round could have been Vicente Luque. I don't really remember what happened specifically, but it was all around a good war by both guys. Vicente Luque is only 34, but too many miles on him, and you could tell that he was a bit slower. Not slower, but you could tell that he can't dish it out as he used to. But good win by Tresean Gore, dude. Good win by Tresean Gore. Dante Johnson versus Eric McConicle. I ain't gonna lie, dude. It did not look that good in the first few seconds. Eric McConicle was able to hurt Dante Johnson. I think Dante Johnson went in on a jab, was it? Hold on, let me see. It was a jab. I think something. He was able to land. McConicle was looking good. A jab landed for McConicle, and then that gave Johnson a bit of a pause. But then Johnson was ultimately able to step in with a devastating 1-2. And basically just knocked out McConicle. It was pretty gruesome. I think Johnson even hit the referee a bit and kind of phased him, which is pretty funny. We don't really see that. But, yeah, dude, round 1 knockout for McConicle, dude. I'm not McConicle. Dante Johnson, dude. It was nasty. It was really nasty. Sick win for Dante Johnson. His last fight against, what was his name? I forgot what his name. The legendary fighter. But he did not look good against them. And he gets it done, dude. He gets it done, and pretty good showing for Dante Johnson. Charles Johnson versus Eduardo Chapolin, dude. Eduardo Chapolin was looking good, dude, in the first rounds, man. He was able to hurt Charles Johnson, I think, in round 1 or round 2 or something like that. And almost finished him, but Eduardo, he didn't go. I think he knocked him out, he knocked him out for a couple seconds, but Johnson was able to wake up a bit quick. And Chapolin, I think, tried to walk off KO, but realized he wasn't finished, and he tried to go in there to finish him, but Charles Johnson ultimately was able to recover. And then I think it was the second round. By the end of the second round, you could tell that Chapolin was kind of gassing, which is kind of crazy because I don't know what he was gassing from, because it didn't look like he was putting much of a pace, right? He was, I think, pushing Johnson back a bit here and there, but I don't know why he gassed out. It was kind of crazy. And then ultimately, round 3, Charles Johnson was able to You know, just put the pace on Chapolin. You could tell Chapolin was done, and Johnson just got the what did he get? I forgot. I kind of forget. Yeah. What was it? What? I'm not even seeing it. Oh yeah. Okay, so he was able to. Oh, he got a Scottish Twister. Okay, that's what it was. Holy shit! How did I forget that? Yeah, I think Chapolin tried to go for a takedown, but Johnson was able to sprawl on him. He goes behind, hammers away with punches, jumps on the back. I think Henrique was trying to turn over, so I thought he was gonna get. I thought he was gonna reverse Johnson, but then Johnson was able to get a Scottish Twister, which I think is just a reverse Twister, and he just finished him with that. I've never seen that submission before. Originally when I saw it, I was like, what the hell, how did he get Chapolin? And like what submission, made Chapolin tap? And it was a Scottish Twister, and yeah, Charles Johnson gets it done, dude. Good for Charles Johnson. But yeah, dude, a good win for him. Chapolin did take a short notice, but he was able to push Johnson against uh, against all odds or whatever. But yeah, Chidi and Zakrani versus Joel Alvarez. What more to say about this fight? It was boring as fuck. Basically, Muay Thai sparring. Sesh, Joel Alvarez, what are you doing? Go for the takedown. Go on the ground. Do anything besides try to strike with Chidi and Zakrani. And Zakrani's really good at these Muay Thai type fights. He's got really slick kicks. He's got really good 1-2 jab, whatnot. And ultimately, he just outlanded Joel Alvarez more. Alvarez just tried to fight him on his terms, and yeah, dude, weird fight. I had no idea why Joel just decided to strike with Njoku. It's weird. But yeah, dude, Zahidi Njoku gets it done. Gets it done. Another underdog, man. But yeah, shit fight. Esteban Riverich versus Edson Barboza, dude. Don't got it anymore. 40 years of age. Edson Barboza is just a shell of his former self, dude. He's still quick with it. But he just gasses out, dude. He gasses out too quick. He only has a round in him, and if he can't get like a super spinny kick type shit, or I don't know, a spinning elbow or whatnot in the first round, it's over for Edson Barboza. And ultimately, it was just kind of Esteban Ribovic. He was just younger, dude. He was just more fierce, younger. He was pushing the pace against Edson Barboza. Edson Barboza couldn't take it. Edson Barboza is usually not that good against guys that push the pace. And yeah, dude, Esteban Ribovic was just going crazy. I ain't gonna lie, he was throwing riled hooks. He was able to outland Barboza in the first round. Honestly, it looked like Edson Barboza was kind of finished at the end, but he went out there for round 2, and yeah, I really feel like they should have thrown in the towel, but I get this was Barboza's last fight, so that'd be a sour note to land on. But Esteban Rivers was ultimately just got him up against the fence, was landing on him, and Herb Dean saw enough. It was over, dude. It was over. No need to take any more damage. Barboza was, pinned against the fence, and Rivers was just battering him, man. Sucks to see. Merciful stoppage by Herb Dean, and yeah, dude, sucks. I ain't gonna lie, that post-fight, what is it? The post-fight, retirement was, fuck. It was, I ain't gonna lie, dude. Sad day for Rain. I was choking up. I ain't gonna lie. I was choking up. It was really sad to see a fucking veteran in Edson Barboza. One of my favorite fighters. I remember when he got it done against Yusuf. That was only 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But, dude, I still remember that, dude. He won me a lot of money in the past. And, dude, it's depressing, dude. It's depressing. Generally makes me sad. But Rich gets it done against old man Barboza, dude. Yeah. Next fight. Mansour Abdul Malik. This one was actually fucking entertaining as hell, dude. Dustin Stolfist was able to wither the... Well, not really, right? Not wither the storm. Mansour was just kind of trying to knock Dustin Stolfist's head off his shoulders. But Stolfist has a chin on him, man. He has a chin on him. He was able to handle what Malik was able to dish out. And ultimately, it didn't look like he was even wobbled at any point, right? He was taking some pretty hard hits, but dude, Stoltzfus has a chin. I have no idea how he lost against Kevin Gastelum, 5'6" Kevin Gastelum, but dude, first round, Stoltzfus was landing way more strikes, but you could tell that Mansour's strikes were a bit harder. But Stoltzfus was kind of hurting Abdul, which I think surprised him, which kind of made him a bit scared to kind of go forward. But you know, Malik, with his power, just swinging, crazy shots. Stoltzfus was able to get a couple takedowns too. He got 2 takedowns. He landed 35 significant. No, what is it? What is it? How many strikes? 29 significant strikes compared to Mansour's 12. And yeah, that was first round. It was a easy Stoltzfus round. The second round is where it was getting a bit crazy, right? Mansour Abdul Malik, he was throwing everything but the kitchen sink. Dustin Stoltzfus again was able to handle the barrage of overhand rights by Mansour Abdul Malik. Overhand rights, I don't remember. But again, Dustin Stoltzfus was able to get some takedowns, and then he was ultimately able to get what did he get? What was it? Oh yeah, I think it was Stoltzfus got Malik against the fence. I think they were clinching, and then Stoltzfus was able to throw, I think, Malik off balance. He was starting a guillotine, and then basically just Stoltzfus drops punches on Malik on the ground, and then he was able to sneak in the rear naked, and Malik was tapping out. Good win by Stoltzfus. Yeah, dude, a great underdog win. Another great underdog win. Next fight, Jalen Turner versus Kari Fernandez. Not much to say about this fight. Kari Fernandez tried, I think he started off with some good leg kicks, and then he tried to do a spinning back fist, which ultimately was the end of Kari Fernandez. Jalen Turner, you cannot be throwing spinning shit on Jalen Turner. He's just too lanky. He's too long. He's too powerful to be doing that shit, right? Jalen Turner just caught him as Kari Fernandez was landing strikes, landing the spinning back fist, and Jalen Turner just basically knocked him out, finished him on the ground. It was over. Devastating left hook by Jalen Turner. Yeah. Good win by Jalen Turner. It was actually a pretty good win. Given maybe someone in the top 15 or something. Mackenzie Dern, Jalen Robinson. So Mackenzie Dern is just a way better striker on the feet against Jalen Robinson. Mackenzie Dern was all around just way better than Jalen Robinson. Jalen Robinson has no power. She only really has jiu-jitsu. Wasn't able to take down Mackenzie Dern. I think she was able to get a couple of reversals. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of dozing off a couple times in this during this fight. But yeah, dude. Other than the fourth round, where Jalen Robinson landed more, Mackenzie Dern just was able to be the better MMA fighter. I'll be honest. She was way better on the feet, way better on the ground. Jalen Robinson had nothing. Basically made I was named the commentator. Dude, I just do not remember anything, dude. What is up with me today? But yeah, I made her coach retire, and yeah, Mackenzie Dean gets it done. What was more to say? Islam Makhachev versus Ian Machado Gary, dude. I ain't gonna lie, my heart was pumping before this fight. But yeah, what's more to say? Islam got the first 2 rounds. I thought he got the first 2 rounds. I thought Ian got round 3 and 4. But apparently, I think they gave round 3 to Ian Gary. Not Ian Gary. Makhachev. I don't know. I felt like, it was a bit of a... You could have given to either one. But, not Gary. Makhachev won by 4-1. I think it was like, what was it? It was 29... was it 30-27? 30-27 and something. I forgot what it was. But, Makhachev, the story of the fight... Makhachev was just able to stall Ian Gary against the fence, dude. I ain't gonna lie, dude. He did land a sick head kick on Ian Gary, which hurt him, had him scrambling across the ground, but Ian Gary was ultimately able to recover quickly. And I think it was in the second round. It was a knockdown, right? Yeah, it was second round where Islam Makhachev landed head kick. The first round, I think it was just Islam was just able to push Makhachev against Makhachev was able to push Ian Gary against the fence. Takedowns landed once. Yeah, a bit more strikes by Islam. Round two, again the head kick that won in the round, knocked down Ian Gary. Round three was where it was getting interesting. You could tell that Islam Makhachev he was looking a bit tired. I ain't gonna lie, he was looking a bit tired going into round three. Ian Machado Gary looked like he was figuring out Makhachev. Makhachev still was able to land a takedown. Uh, Ian Gary landed 12 strikes to 5. As you can tell, not really a lot of strikes thrown. Um, but Makhachev was able to, get a takedown, smother Ian Gary, and I think they ultimately gave him the third round. The fourth round, yeah, you could tell that 41 to 7 strikes against Islam Makhachev. Gary's one and only round, round four. Uh, yeah, Ian Gary looked like he was able to fend off against some of Islam Makhachev's takedown attempts. It was looking pretty bad for Makhachev, and I thought it was 2-2 going into the fifth, but yeah, whatever. Um, Ian Gary, he looked really good on the ground. His ground defense, looked really good. His striking looked real good in the fourth and third round. But ultimately, it was enough. In round five, it was kind of an even round going halfway through, but Makhachev was able to get a takedown. A bit of a scramble here and there, and Makhachev just pushed him up against the fence. That's kind of it. That's kind of it. Makhachev had his moments, but not Makhachev. Ian Gary had his moments, but Makhachev ultimately was able to just stall out, just push him up against the fence, not really doing any damage. Had more control, and that's it. It was basically control versus damage. What little damage that Ian Gary was able to do, but I don't know, man. Boring fight, I'm gonna be honest, but Makhachev gets it done, and yeah, dude. This is probably one of my worst. What is it? Reviews. I don't know, dude. I'm fucking tired. I wasn't even gonna do this shit, but I gotta keep the streak going. I'm gonna try to get better with this shit. I'm really bad at remembering things. I gotta write shit down. But yeah, that's about it. Makhachev gets it done. He's the goat, in my head. But yeah, dude. Ian Gary, put out a valiant effort, but wasn't enough. But yeah, that's about it. Later.